Hello everybody, I just wanted to talk to you about what health is and what it isn't, because the last 24 months we've been dealing with something that just doesn't add up. So instead of chasing rabbits down a hole, what makes a lot more sense to me is let's just talk about what health is and what it isn't, and then how do you get it and keep it. That makes sense, right? Everything's got to be logical. So when you want to start out, it's the quality of health care. The United States ranks 37th in the industrialized world in the quality of health care. That's right, 37th. So I would ask you, can you name for me 36 other countries? And most people smirk and say, well, sure, until they try it. And once you get up to around 30, you start to stumble quite a bit. Okay, but we rank 37th in our quality of health care. Now, folks, we do acute care wonderful. Wonderful. I repeat, our acute care systems, protocols are wonderful. Our chronic care is in the toilet. That's where we fail. And that's why it takes us down to 37th. What's interesting though, is if you add in how much we spend, which we're number one, we plummet down to 79. So we go from 37 to 79 out of the top 85 industrialized countries. Interesting, right? Folks, there's only 2 countries that's allowed Big Pharma to advertise directly to the consumers. United States is number 1, Australia is number 2. Interesting enough, the top 1 and 2 countries that spend the most on healthcare, United States 1, Australia 2. And look at where they rank. Folks, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at this and say, this is not what we aim for, right? What we have is the U.S. has a sick care system, and it's based on symptoms, not on health, which is defined as function. As you age, your body starts to lose function. Folks, you're losing health. So that's why you keep active. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, and this is what I touch on with all my patients, folks, is that when God made us, He made us with a hierarchy. There's a priority to our bodies in which we function. Priority of need. In other words, what do you have to have? So let's start at the bottom of this list and work our way up. At the bottom is activity or exercise. Folks, how long can you live without exercise? How long can you live without going to the gym? And the answer to that question is a lifetime. We have folks that live 90, 95 years old. My grandmother was one of them. She lived to be 99 years old, never exercised a day in her life, never ran. She was busy and active, but no exercise whatsoever. That's on the bottom. The next one is food, right? And the reason this is on the bottom is because you don't have to have it to live. When you look at food, you only need to eat once a month. Now that's not ideal and so on and so forth, but you can go for a month without food. I weigh 250 pounds. I guarantee I could go longer than a month, right? Then we get into water, which is every 3 to 5 days. You have to have water. The next thing of importance is going to be your sleep. Sleep is every 48 hours, but we all know that on a 24-hour cycle, most of us need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Oxygen. Oxygen is right here. How long can you go without oxygen? It's minutes, right? And on the top of the pyramid of need is your nervous system, meaning your brain communicating with your body. Folks, your body is 2 things. It's your vehicle to get through life, and it's your history book. Your brain is you. That's where you're at. This needs this in order to get through life. How long can you live without the brain not communicating with the body? You can't. You can't even live a second. So as we come into the holidays, folks, we have upcoming seminars. Cancer Killers is next Tuesday on the 16th. The following seminar, we're going to talk about managing the holidays. Please tune in, folks. Please tune in. The reason that this is on top is because your brain must communicate with your body in order for you to use it. We all know what paralysis is, but if paralysis is at the top of the spine, folks, that's called death. Your brain must have your body in order to move. So when it's coming up on January 1st, and January 1st is otherwise known as what? What time of year is it? It's resolution time. We're all going to make New Year's resolutions. Folks, you don't need a resolution, you need a revolution. You need a revolution on what you're doing and how you're doing it. So this is the priority of needs within your body. Respect your priority of needs and you're going to get further along in your journey. So what does this look like? How can I take this, Doc, and how can I transform it into something that I can use? Great question, folks, because then the last thing here is schedule your health. I've seen many of people with trays Monday through Sunday that they've got to take their medications in the AM and the PM. It's scheduled. Got to have my meds. Folks, have you scheduled your health needs? And the answer is no. And then you wonder why you've lost your health. This is why, folks. It's not a priority to you. Make it a priority. One of the things you have to realize, folks, marriage is tough. Divorce is tough. Choose your tough, right? Health is tough. It's tough scheduling all your health stuff. It's tough getting to the gym. It's tough scheduling your food. It's tough scheduling your sleep. You know what's tougher? Managing your disease. That's even tougher. So folks, you have to choose. Which one you're going to choose? Make sense, folks? You have to choose between being disciplined with your money and investing, or being disciplined with not having money and living day to day wondering how you're going to get by. They're both tough, folks. You choose. So when we're going to schedule your health, what does that look like? We're going to take this stuff here and we're going to slide it right over. Your nervous system looks like chiropractic adjustments. Pull out your calendar. Based on what your x-rays tell you, based on your chiropractor's opinion, you schedule how often you need to see a chiropractor. Activities, walks, are coming in from oxygen. Folks, you want to start your day out wonderful? Get up a half hour earlier and go for a walk. Leave your phone at home, leave your phone in your pocket, turn it off, go for a walk. Get some good oxygen, see the colored leaves, get out in nature a little bit. Sleep. Number 3, schedule what time you go to bed, schedule what time you wake up. If you need, say, 8 hours, schedule to go to bed at 10, schedule to get up at 6. When you start getting in that habit, folks, it pays huge dividends. Water. Schedule it. Half your body weight in ounces per day. I weigh 250 pounds. I'm going to need 125 ounces of water. That's the starting point. If you add caffeine on top of it, from things like coffee and iced tea, you're going to have to bump up your fluid consumption, right? Food. Plant-based. Folks, you want plant-based. You want to get away from the processed stuff. If it's in the middle of the store, it's processed. Stick to the outside. Good, clean proteins. Meats, chickens, fish. Good, clean proteins. A lot of vegetables. Minimize the fruits for consumption early on in your day. A lot of vegetables. Activity. Exercise 3 times a week with weights. Lift weights. Because when you're stronger, life is easier when you're stronger. You have less injuries. Greater capacity for activities. Do the things that you love and enjoy and not have to worry about your joints bother you. And lastly, that I don't have down, is one of the best ways to add in your health is to meditate or pray or read your Bible. Get in contact with your Creator and understand what your day is going to be like. Folks, this is the priority of need. This is how you become healthy. This is how you get away from a sick care system and get into a health care system. I'm Dr. Tim Dunn. I'm an advocate in integrative medicine in Johnson City. Folks, go to our website. It's aimtricities.com. Look us up. We're different. We're different because we have a team of different integrated providers providing different services that focuses on your health, your function. Health is a choice. It's a whole lot better than managing your sick care and your disease. God bless.